said no. Dick in the crease, I think it meant. If you're fucking in a hotel and your woman falls off the bed, you go, BT. Yeah, yeah. Here we go. Yeah, yeah, LL Cool J, baby, it is so good for you. Yeah, LL Cool J on Market Street, baby, here we go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. McDonald's closing down 200 stores. Yeah, no more Big Macs for me. Yeah, yeah. It's so lovely, baby. Yeah, yeah, All right, that's good. Yeah, that is royalty-free music, and the funniest thing Wyatt ever said was, he goes, "There's a reason this music is free." That to me will always be the funniest shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for music, and Wyatt's calm demeanor goes, "There's a reason this music is free," and that's the funniest shit I've heard in my fucking life, man. Wyatt came off with a fucking boom, with a bang. He threw some shade like with an umbrella.
I was ready for you to bust that cipher.
What cipher?
That freestyle.
Oh, I was ready. I was like LL Cool J, like doing like LL Cool J, because mama said knock you out. Yeah, baby. It's so lovely up in here. I got Deon. I got motherfucking Malik with the water with no ice. I got brand new haircut by my man Wyatt over here. He's the white dude behind everything like they always do. He got all the money. That's why we with him. Yeah. Man, I love these Wyatt and Malik. But I tell them they're like my school friends. You know the friends you like at school, and they're cool. But after school,
how many grades did you get left back to be
and then
school friends with Wyatt and Malik?
No, I mean, like metaphorically speaking, they're my school friends. You know those friends you had in school,
university.
And you never see them outside of school, but you're always friends at school, and then you see them like I don't know with your mom at a grocery store. You go, "Hey, what's up, guys?" And they go, "Hey," and that's it. Like my mom was like, "You ain't spending the night with nobody's house." I'd had friends like, "Hey, spend the night." Mom was like, "Nope, you ain't going to nobody's." My mom, but you know what? Looking back on it, she was right because most of my friends are white, and if something comes up missing,
oh yeah,
they always go, "Hey, so what room are you in, BT?" When all that shit went missing, and then my mom would have to fucking beat somebody's ass. So, man, I remember one time my brother he used to play. I used to play T-ball, for McDonald's, right? They were sponsored by McDonald's. So to raise money back in our day, they sold pop, soda. I don't know what they call it here, but it was pop. Why they had to sell money when being sponsored by McDonald's, I have no idea. So anyway, now the near east side was predominantly white, near east side, and the west side where I lived on, the nearer west side was predominantly black. So they had to go collect money on the east side. So it was my dad, my brother, and this other kid named Tyrone, right? So
of course.
Yeah, little Tyrone. So they went to go get the money. And my dad's talking to this dude, and next thing you know, this kid's running around, he's crying. And my brother's chasing him, just beating the shit out of him. And all these white people are coming out of their house. This lady had like scissors. One had a knife. Yeah, one had a knife. And my dad was like, "Wildin'." And my brother goes, "He called me a nigga." And then so my dad was like, "All right." But the dude was like, "Well, I don't know where you heard that word before." And that was his dad going, "I don't know where you heard that word before." My dad was like, "Mm-hmm." My dad's like, "We got to go now." So they got the pop money and they left. And that was so funny because my brother was beating his ass, didn't care. But all these neighbors that come out of the house, literally they had like, kind of like on Airplane when that lady said, "Get it together." And they started slapping her, and one had a monkey wrench.
Boxing glove.
Yeah, all these white people came out of the house. Like that, one of them had, this old lady had scissors, one of them had a knife. And my brother was beeping. My brother had the kind of gall to beat a white dude up on the white side of town in his front yard. Not the backyard, the front yard. My brother didn't give a fuck, man. And it was hilarious. But that's how I grew up. Anyway, listen, Tales from a Gemini. We got started weird, but that's how we start on Tales from a Gemini. And I got my dude, my man, my ace, Mr. Deon Carre. What's up, Deon?
What up? Thanks for having me back, brother.
Man, thanks. I mean it, man. I give you shit. But like I said, that's how we roll, man. If I can't flip you shit, then something's wrong in life. So, yeah, but thanks for being back. I appreciate that. Got a lot of stuff going on in the world today. First of all, here in Indianapolis, the kids started back in school.
Yeah, finally.
How great is that, man? I mean,
shut down by September.
Yeah, shut down before the first scrimmage game in football. They can't even have an inter squad scrimmage for this shit shut down like an old Kmart.
I don't understand it. They're gonna cut the $600.
Yeah.
And then they're gonna send everybody back to school. Mm-hmm. The virus ain't going nowhere. The virus like, motherfucker, y'all just gonna keep disrespecting me like this? I told you, stay your ass in the house.
But they let the prisoners out of jail, but the kids got to go back to school.
We got to educate the kids so we can not listen to them in the future.
Man, hey, you say what you want about kids nowadays. Them motherfuckers got to deal with a virus, and they get to school, they ain't safe because they got to deal with some crazy-ass classmate who loses his shit because somebody called him a fatty on social media. He might come in and gun everybody down. You got virus, you got bullets, and then when they go to church, try to pray it away, you got some freaky-ass priest trying to fuck them. Kids ain't got a chance nowadays.
At least they got TikTok. It's not all bad.
They can do a TikTok video, okay. Skateboard journalist, Indianapolis skateboard journalist. Okay, buddy. Thanks, my man. I appreciate you, dude. You know I do. He's a skateboard journalist. It's got to be hard in Indianapolis, though, a skateboard journalist,
Nigga,
right?
he don't look like he ever seen a skateboard. I see why he a journalist. I ain't getting on that.
Is this a Karen video? Is this a Karen? Is that a Karen video? Yeah. Oh shit! Let's see. I told him to queue up some Karen videos.
We got plenty of those.
Yeah, I want to see because they make me mad, but in a way I kind of laugh. Hold on for a second.
Yeah, buddy.
Hold on man. She can hear that, man, and she's got feelings. Okay, public freakout videos, or AKA Karen videos. Let's see.
No, this is not your property. Is this your property right here? Is this your property? Is this your private property?
Right there, bud.
Okay, that is on that side of the street. That's on the exact opposite side of the street.
So
Just call PPA. Call PPA. Let them deal with it.
So you mean then that I can't pull out today or park here today?
You can park. If you want to park here, I'll move it for you. If you want to park right now, I'll move it right now.
Why do you want to work with people? Why do you want to give people a hard time? We're trying to make a living.
I'm here all day and I'm trying to make a
Are
living.
you retired or do you work?
Oh,
Are you retired?
oh, I like that. Are you retired? He called her an old bitch without calling her an old bitch. That's beautiful. That's what you do.
Because if you work, you understand everybody's trying. That's
I happen to be a nurse.
awesome.
Right.
That's
So
great.
if you're
Got
wanting
to
for
be
your
nursing
child to
these
get
injuries
sick,
if you don't get the
God
fuck
forbid.
about my face.
How about you nurse this
I'm
dick?
glad we have people like you. I'm grateful. You should be.
Then you
there's
shouldn't
people
be giving me a
grateful.
hard time.
You're giving us a hard time. We'll work with you, ma'am. If you need to pull in here, I'll move out for you. No
Okay,
problem.
I need you to not beep all day.
It's not beeping right
Still
now.
not people.
I need you to not beep on that.
See what? Honestly,
Have you been drinking?
oh, that's beautiful. These dudes are throwing shade.
Yes, I've been drinking.
Ew.
I've been drinking a whole lot.
Bag. Where your mask?
Have a good day, man.
I bet about 30 years ago she was a fucking whore.
You don't want my dog to bark.
Bro, you know what happened.
And then you
after-
ask me, do I
They
live
ran
here?
a train on her.
Why are you asking me that?
Junior college train.
Like I have been
This
drinking.
is Peacock.
A junior college train is what that
It's
was.
streaming, and it's
There's
free.
no better way to
ET,
turn a
free.
Karen
Make way
around
for naughty,
than her getting ran a train on in
Whether
junior
it's
college
apocalyptic,
by some dudes who ain't going
prehistoric,
pro in
and
basketball. I bet that dude right there did.
What are you talking about? If I don't live here, park near my house.
If you live here, then you should park in front of your house.
So you're gonna tell me
Their
other dogs don't
outfits
bark
are
here?
always the same.
Oh, okay. So you own the street.
Yes.
You do? You own the
You wearing
street.
Nike sandals?
Not a public parking.
Okay. And so I live here.
Then park in front of your house.
I don't need to. I can park wherever I want to. It's the shade here. Yes, I can. Who says I can't?
Not if your car, not if
She
your
got
dog
triple
is-
love handles
We
too.
have
Look at
other
that.
dogs.
Oh.
Yeah, she's
Set
old, man.
off all the dogs.
Oh, it's gonna. Okay. All right. Well, if you go inside, he'll stop barking. How about that?
I don't have to go inside.
Okay. Well, he don't need to stop barking. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. You got anything else? I don't. Call animal. Could you just do that? I hope you would. Please do. Okay.
I want to see one of them take a punch, man. I want to see one of you
Another
uncanny-
white woman can't mind her own business.
Tell your dog to be quiet.
You'll be on YouTube tonight. You know that, right?
Hey, who grandmama this is?
Oh, this one is crazy.
Who missed Sunday dinner? Oh, shit. Who missed Sunday dinner? Oh, Lord.
I love this shit.
Oh, Lord. This is I Am Legend.
Yeah. This is 28 days right here, man. This is some 28 days shit right here.
What?
This is very funny, but you still need to
I'm
go
dying.
home.
Hello?
Hey, man, nobody can roast
got
you
Rona.
like a black dude who you think you're offending. He will roast you like nobody's business.
Hello? That I Am Legend. Baby girl? Who is baby girl? Hello?
He just called
Hello?
me that. He called
Hello?
me that.
Anyways.
Hey, black boy, you're a racist.
Hey, black boy, you're a racist.
What?
I love when they do that. Like it's gonna hurt our feelings.
Do-do-do.
Can you really hurt a black dude's feelings though? Seriously?
What? What
Not
a
by
white
being
woman at?
racist.
Huh?
Not by being
Might be the
racist.
one. Might be the one.
Man, I hope she breaks her shoulder. How great is it? Where's everybody else though? Like, why is it like the streets are just vacant? Look at the streets. Nobody's on the streets.
Yeah, because she's out there.
She ate everybody.
Like this in my life. Oh, I know that one.
Nobody is greater at
Let's
roasting
suppose
people.
that you're writing a really
black
important
people.
email to
Seriously.
a colleague.
They locked her ass
Thanks,
up,
man. I
too.
appreciate that, Wyatt.
They locked her ass.
Nobody is better at roasting people than black people, and that you think you're offending by calling them, and man, they'll laugh in your
Man, we
face.
turned a bad situation into a comedy show.
Because we got no choice. Ain't like when the cops get, they gonna take our side. We ain't got no choice. You know what I mean? We got to. That's why they laughed at that girl, that woman. Good for them, man. I know I should have said it before I came in, but I remember my favorite video clip was I think it was at a Miami Dolphin game, and it was nothing but black cops, and these fans were getting ruly. And this cop, this big black cop, had this lady over here, and she was doing
slapped
something,
him.
and he goes, "Bam!" And he just doled her ass. She was like, "Good night." And
Were they carrying out on her shoulders?
yeah. And he pitched, and everybody was like,
Then nobody was.
nobody said shit, and
Should've
that was
knocked her out.
that was the most beautiful video I've ever seen in my life. I mean, honestly, that was the most beautiful video I've ever seen in my life. There's, when the soldiers come back and they surprise the kids, that is nothing compared to watching a black cop knock out a fucking drunk ass white woman. That's probably the most beautiful video you'll ever see in your life. I'm starting to think that they're right, man. The plagues of society are actually white women. I mean that. I mean, they're actually, when they get upset or they uncomfortable.
Their entitlement is.
Like seriously. I mean, that's why people don't put their mask on. They get upset. There's people in Minnesota that wore that Nazi mask just to say, that's what it's like. It's like Nazi Germany having to wear a mask. I mean, just.
Yeah, no one's making you hide in your closet for 3 months or 3 years.
Like Anne Frank?
Yeah,
like Anne Frank?
You're not writing any journals. Like, hey, what the fuck are you talking
Anne,
about?
shut the fuck up. They're here. And I think that all people are created equal.
you
And
hear
all
that?
people are good. Oh, my God.
I hear freedom in the attic.
I think
Somebody's writing about equality.
Oh, little girl, come down here, little girl. Come down here, little girl. We want to get in the oven. Maybe you should take a shower. And next thing you know, done.
We just got canceled.
Got canceled. Why? It's just the truth. And it's the truth. Now, did you see the one? Did you see the one on Family Guy when Anne Frank was in the closet and Peter was eating potato chips and the Nazi there? He was like, and they go, like they looked and they were like, no. And he goes, and he had another potato chip and the Nazis found it. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was the funniest shit ever. Peter was eating a potato chip, and then Frank was like, no, and he crunched about 3 times, and that was her ass. I ain't gonna lie, man, that was the funniest shit. Family Guy is great because Family Guy hits every group, so you can't really say shit. You know what I mean? That's why it was so fucking funny. Did you see it?
I know what you're talking about. Let's move on. I don't want to be Nick Cannon on your show.
Well, Nick Cannon, I mean, I don't know what he was thinking about having that dude on, and then that, because you knew what he was going to talk about. This one kind of spiraled into that. But Nick Cannon, why would you have somebody? It's almost like when Arsenio had
Farrakhan.
Lewis, but
But he didn't say nothing.
But he was already canceled before. I think he was already going to get canceled. He said, "Hey, why not go out? Like how I want to go out."
What Arsenio didn't say anything though.
What did he say? It was bad.
He had somebody else on the show say stuff. Like,
Yeah, but what? No, but what did he say?
Farrakhan didn't say anything bad.
He
either.
didn't.
He's just
But you mentioned Farrakhan, and that's their cue to go. Well, see, they're racist too. Farrakhan didn't really say anything that was bad. But he's like, to them, he is our David Duke, I guess. To them,
Yeah.
to them.
But he doesn't hate white people.
He doesn't hate. I mean, what he more teaches self-reliance more than
Yeah.
anything. I mean, if you think about it, they always want to condemn the Muslim. I mean, when they follow their teachings, man, they're actually very structured, disciplined.
Yeah.
But what they do is incredible.
Christians love to be hypocrites.
Man, Christians have caused more strife in this world than anybody. Like, the executions they do than anybody. And all in the name of God, get out of here, man. That's what the KKK said. They were based upon a Christian organization. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, man. That's why I can't even listen to him talk sometimes. I go, man, shut up.
I was so happy I didn't have to go to church anymore.
Is that the greatest feeling in the world?
I remember the day I was like, I'm never doing this again.
Man, when was that for you?
16.
16?
I was 16. So my mom was seeing this fake pastor, and it would be me, my 2 older brothers, my younger brother, my mom, this fake pastor, and then like 3 random crackheads at this like Flanner gym, I think it was. And we would go there at like 9 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday. And he would preach from a karaoke machine. I was like, I am never doing this again. Why am I waking up this early to go to church? Like, we could just read the Bible at home. We're not doing anything special. We're not saving any lives. It's just us.
He was on a
Why don't we
karaoke
just invite
machine.
this nigga over for breakfast?
He was on a karaoke machine. He was preaching on a karaoke. That's when you know, like, hey, maybe God is not.
So I was like, you know what? I'm done. I'm never going to this again. And so the next week, my mom was like, come on, we're going to church. I was like, yeah, I'm not going.
And that was it.
And she was like, what do you mean you're not going? I was like, I'm not going. I don't want to. I'm not getting up. I'm not going. So she was like, yes, you are. And then she left my room and I went back to sleep. They left. She came back home and she was like, go wash the dishes. And I was like, yeah, it's not my turn. My brother was supposed to wash them last night. He didn't do it, so he needs to do it. She's like, well, you didn't go to church, so you need to do it. I'm like, yeah, that's not how it works.
Really?
And she was like, well, you got to go. And so my oldest brother tried to fight me. We got to fight, and I beat him up. My older brother.
You beat him up.
Oh yeah,
Man,
I had been working out big time.
You've been working like 2 push-ups?
I was so I was feeling myself, right?
You had to be
How
feeling
many push-ups
yourself.
can you do now? Anyway, so
I did 3 sets of 15 today, matter of fact.
oh,
Plyos.
45.
Yeah, 45.
Do 12 more, and you got your age. Now, so
Oh, look at this motherfucker. Oh, throwing shade. Okay.
I'm trying to tell a story.
Tell a
Stop
story, man.
interrupting
Okay. No,
me.
go ahead, bro. Motherfucker. Go ahead. Go ahead, skinny motherfucker.
So we get to fight, and my mom kicks me out, and I go live with my best friend for 3 days, and I move in with my aunt. But that was the last time I went to church.
Isn't that the greatest?
Wasn't like for my grandmother or like Easter or something like that.
Yeah,
you know?
I get that. But isn't that the greatest? I mean, I almost
never again.
I almost feel guilty saying it, but it's like the great. Like I honestly, my senior year, I had to go till like I was 18, only because I had to get that money for when I turned to senior. I had to get that money, because once you give your life to Christ or whatever in front of the church, then that Sunday,
pay.
Then that Sunday after your graduation, you're like, hey, y'all see what I did, right? So, hey, let's this is before Venmo, so let's Venmo me some, or Cash App, whichever one black people use. Let's Cash App me some money. Now I gotta go to college, so that's basically what I did. And man, honestly, I didn't join the church till my senior year, like the week before I graduated. I mean, my brother did his like early. My brother like, I just want to say, I believe in God and I want to go to heaven. Everybody's like, amen. And I was like, man, I really want to do this shit. And so finally my senior year, I was like, man, I guess I got to do this shit. And I go, I believe in God and yeah.
I want to get paid.
Yeah, I want to get paid. And I want to show me the money. so I joined and I had to go and I got baptized and everything. And so, I was like, okay, this is good. So, all right, let's get this money. So the money came, man. I think once I went to college, I knew, hey, my church days were over.
My
church
man.
days were over.
I'm so good.
You know what I want to say, honestly? What I always want to say was I never understood why there's not why there's not a large number of atheists for black people. We make the largest church-going pop. 83% of us go to church. We're stereotypically the most church-going, race, whatever. Stereotypically, like religious-wise, whatever. You ever notice black people are really religious until like you bring up gay people, and then they get really religious? Seriously, black people are the most homophobic people in the world, but they don't, then that's when they become religious. They can be a gang member. You don't even know they go to church until like, oh man, he's gay, man. That's wrong. The Lord don't like that shit.
Like, nigga, you just shot a dude in the face.
You just shot a dude in the face in front of his mama on Christmas Day.
He had it coming, cuz. He had it coming, cuz.
Yeah, cuz.
He had it coming, cuz.
Hey, but at least he wasn't gay.
Yeah, but I ain't with that gay shit, cuz. Like, bro, what are you talking about?
But that's the truth, though. So, you know, so my thing was, I was
all
like,
sins are sins in the eyes of the Lord.
you can't tell them motherfuckers that. So I was like, but my thing was this. I go, you know, like, honestly, if you believe in like you know, a lot of white people, I don't say a lot, but you know, like if you watch a lot of comics now or whatever, they were talking about being atheists and the crowd's like, woo, and like a lot of white people are atheists, and it's like that to me is the ultimate white privilege. If you go, you
not believing in God.
Yeah, not believing in God, but getting everything. Like, dude, the universe is like made for us. I mean, this is what it's all about. I mean, all you do is wish upon it and it comes to you, dude. And black people know the Lord gonna make a way for us. You know, the Lord. Yeah, and then to my buddy, you know, Billy D, you know, his dad's a preacher. He goes, and I said that. He goes, no, man. He goes, you know, believing in God, that's what got the slaves through. I go, that's probably really a good example. You know, it's got the slaves through. Like, what did it do for the slaves? I mean, think about it. If you were an atheist back in those days and you didn't really believe in God, and you were a Christian and believe in God, you both in the same. You both in the fields.
Hey.
You both getting your ass whooped. I mean, why not? I mean, why not go? You know what? Why don't you do your thing and I'll do mine?
If you think God is going to save you, you got another thing coming. Because I guarantee you, if you don't get off your ass, He's not coming down to help you. So if you got to do the work, then what do you need Him for?
Well, I mean, that's why I believe in the universe and the secret.
It's crap, man. That religious shit is just a way to steal people's money. Believe in God. You got to pray. You got to tithe. What does God need with 10% of my shit?
Hey, and they don't pay no taxes.
He want all my soul.
And they don't pay no taxes.
10% of my cash. He don't pay no taxes.
And
he works on his own time, not my time. His time. This nigga don't do shit for nobody. You gotta hope this motherfucker like you. Otherwise, that's your ass. That's why you wonder why motherfuckers make deals with the devil. That nigga got a time schedule. Shit, hey. 7 years, you gonna come and get all this shit back? Well, all right, fine. Because this nigga ain't left his cloud yet. I've been praying for 400 motherfucking years to change some shit around here.
And you know how much money I gave him? Tax-free? He don't pay no taxes on it?
Ain't goddamn
and he got a jet. He got a private jet. My car just broke down. Can't get it fixed. Why? I gave all the money to the preacher.
He sure do work in mysterious ways. Yeah, you know what's the mystery? He ain't working. And y'all still be believing this shit.
God's on welfare.
Just think about it. If you're a guy, you don't got to give a fuck what people ask you for. You say no. Like, people pray and they're like, God didn't answer that prayer. So he told you no on something you need? Why would he do that? I don't understand. Why would God ever say no to your prayer? Like, God, can you take me out of this shitty situation? No. Like, what?
I'm testing you.
Yeah.
I'm testing your
faith. Why are you testing me? You know my heart. You know, you plan my whole life according to your book and your word. Why are you testing me, nigga? You know I'm going to fail. You know I ain't ready. Well, you got to stay here a little bit longer. Get some more faith. You know what faith is? It's hope, nigga. That's all it is. I hope God's on my side today. What? He's not? Guess I'll keep hoping till tomorrow. Motherfucker, you're not going to make it till tomorrow. This shit don't make... I don't understand the struggle, man. I really don't. Y'all go to church hella early in the morning, miss football.
Yeah.
For a ghost man you never seen, never heard. God, talk to me. Nigga, that was your voice. What'd he sound like? Sound like you, didn't it? God don't come to you. A human tell you about God.
Unless you're in prison. Unless you're in prison.
Even then.
Unless you're in prison.
He already forsaken you. What the fuck you doing in there? If God was really looking out, he'd been like, you know what, Judge? That nigga innocent.
That's a misdemeanor at most.
You know what I mean?
That's a misdemeanor at most.
Fuck that, man. I'm sorry, but
don't be sorry.
I believe in God.
Yeah, I do too.
But I think he's an asshole.
I wouldn't say all that.
I'm just saying, because why would you have a relationship with somebody who don't need you for shit? Think about that. God don't need you for a goddamn thing.
Okay.
So you gonna build a relationship with a nigga who don't need you. Why would you do that? You gotta beg him for everything, hope he give it to you, work hard. You gotta do all the work anyway. Like, what does God actually do for you that you haven't put in the work yourself? God made a way. No, nigga, you made a way. You got the credentials. You met the person that hooked you up with the job. You did all that. You weren't just walking down the street and found $800 million. Nobody's ever done that.
But you know what it is? Honestly, if scientifically looking at it, it's all about it's kind of like not really transcendental meditation. It's the waves. It's energy. Energy, like faith and believing in something. There's actually, I mean, you can.
Oh, so God's a placebo to get your mind right.
No, you can measure the waves of like positive thinking or whatever. And
so you manifest all.
You can
the
manifest.
Shit
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can manifest.
So you
that.
do all the fucking work. That's my point.
But
God doesn't do anything.
But you can't tell any black person over 75 that.
I know because they've been brainwashed by white.
They've
people.
been brainwashed. I mean, seriously, that's what kills me. I mean, it's like they've been. And why do they think that? Hold on, man. I'm terrible. I know I am.
Why is it getting so hot in here? Is that the devil?
The devil's testing me. But I mean, I look at no black person over 75. I never met a black person over 75 who was like, who didn't believe or who was an atheist. They always did say the same shit. I mean, but then again, no, I don't know. In the next 20 years, who knows? Maybe I'm gonna be like, I remember. You know what? I see what Malik is going with that. Don't give me that shit, Malik, because Malik's calling me old already. And I'm sick of this motherfucker. I'm not getting him his water with no ice. He keep on talking that shit.
My parents were super religious. My mom is still uber religious.
Oh, that's the worst.
My dad called me a couple years ago. He's like, man, I'm sorry I put y'all through that bullshit. Church ain't real. And I was like, nigga, we've been trying to tell you that for the longest time. It's like it's a Ponzi scheme, man. They take all your money and they promise you some shit that's gonna pop off, but you gotta spend all your money hoping.
Well, I mean,
sow a seed. Nigga, go to work.
The basis of it, I like the basis of all religion, which is faith. Which is great, and after that,
it's based
then
on
you
morality,
lose me, and then you lose me. No, I mean it's a lot. It's faith, morality, all okay,
faith
integrity. Okay, but then that's when it splinters off. But I like the basis of it of all of them is faith, which is believing in the unseen. Like okay, things are going to work out, and all you can do with that, you can do that with positive thinking or whatever. I mean honestly, you can go, man. I hope this happens.
Okay, so what's positive is a state of mind. So,
but it's also an energy. You can manifest an energy.
Through what?
Through positive thinking. Oh, okay,
a state of fucking mind. Well, you can't do anything without your mind being right.
Well, exactly, but some people can't get their mind right.
Well, and so what do? We give placebos and we give you a God, we give you a Krishna or whatever the fuck you want to think to make you to get your mind right. Yeah. That's all we're trying to do is get people to. So you fall into this system and you have this belief of a thing you've never seen that it's only good to you when you need something good. Like. It just doesn't make any logical sense. Like when you think about God on paper, it's like, well, why would he do that? Oh, you can't understand the ways of God. No, nigga, you can't understand the ways of God because you never met this motherfucker. Like, I hate that was always the excuse. You never understand God's ways. I'm like, why not? We're made in his image, but we can't figure out this nigga brain? Huh? It makes no sense. Just say you don't know. Just stop lying to kids.
I would rather you say you don't know than making some shit up like that.
God works in mysterious ways. So you don't know what happened. So you're giving God the credit because you don't know any better.
That's why I lost my house in a fire.
I'm good, man. I'm so good off that. That's just bullshit to me.
You won't get an argument from me. I mean, you don't get an argument. I don't know why you got it.
I was like, because I don't understand why we give God the credit, but the devil gets like.
The devil is giving us
like,
great
where did the
music.
devil get his power from?
Well, he was an angel.
Okay,
so
who gave the angels their power?
Well, that's a good question. Well, who made God then?
God lets everything, exactly.
Well, who made who?
Exactly.
As ACDC would say, who made who?
Exactly.
Who
the
made
chicken or the
God?
egg? Chicken or the egg?
Yeah, that's a great question. Then who made God?
Everybody knows
if
the
you go
egg
before
came
God
first.
If you go before God, then who made God?
Because what was a chicken before it was an egg?
That's a good question. Maybe it was a.
It was an egg that turned into a chicken. You can't have.
But where did the egg come
from?
from? But where did the egg come from?
From mutation, like every fucking thing else. Oh. Life ain't nothing but fucking genes separating and then mutate.
You ain't got to yell at me like that. I just asked a question, man. You ain't got to get upset about it. I know.
People get.
I know. I'm just asking the question.
It's ridiculous, man.
Right? Okay.
Life is nothing but a mutation. Y'all think there's some grand purpose. There ain't no grand purpose for this shit.
What, for life?
It means absolutely
a grand purpose for life?
Yes.
Well,
we're
no.
Small blue dot.
We are, but what you do with your life, you make it your purpose.
Somebody told you that your life.
No. I mean, it's according to you what happened. People can say all the shit they want to say, but it's up to you to decide what that meaning is. For you, your meaning might be, hey, I want comics to respect me for what I do. That's my purpose in life. Or my purpose in life is when I leave here, and people go, that was a funny motherfucker. All his peers respect him. Maybe that's your purpose. Now somebody telling you, no, Deon, your purpose is to go, no, motherfucker, you don't know me. I said my purpose is this. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying people sometimes put that purpose on you and say, no, what you want to do, and I go, no, what I want to do. It's almost like when people go, like, okay, like I always kind of like girls who were like, so. No,
like what?
Okay, it's like this.
What do you mean?
Okay,
is that like a 6.5? What is that?
Well, growing up, on the
Please be specific.
On the immediate east side, there were these girls. They always wear those, those short, kind of hoary shorts with the ass cheeks hanging out. Like cut off jean shorts, right?
Yes.
And they all walk around in the summertime with no shoes on, so they had bare feet, and so the bottom of their feet would be all black. And for some reason, it kind of turned me on, and so. Yeah, I know. So see what I mean? So for some reason, it kind of, not like, oh yeah, but it's like, but it didn't turn me off. Let's put it that way. And I was like, huh. And so people go, oh, you don't want that? And I was like, I kind of do. And so
he wants dirty feet.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like dirty feet
and ass cheeks.
Yeah,
An album by BT.
The new album by J. Cole, Dirty Feet and Ass Cheeks. J. Cole and fucking Jason Aldean.
Shake that ass, wash them toes. Shake that ass.
But so if somebody goes, no, you don't like that. I go, yeah, man, I kind of do. So don't tell me what I like when I know what I fucking like.
Yeah, but
so when I say my purpose for life is, I want to leave this motherfucker with a legacy of maybe I want to do a movie that's timeless. One of those, like what do you call it? One of those that's
you want to make a classic,
like a cult classic, cult classic where people go like you mentioned Animal House. Oh yeah, that motherfucker right
there. So
a
shitty movie that a bunch of people like.
Hey, well,
that's what cult classics.
Yeah,
are.
well,
there's shitty movies that a lot of people like.
The Predator. I think The Predator is one of the best movies of all fucking time, right? And people talk.
What?
The Predator is one of the greatest movies of all time. You don't think The Predator was great?
I don't think it was one of the greatest movies.
It was one of the greatest movies of all time. Hey, ladies, you guys ever seen The Predator? Ladies, I know y'all hear me. Speakers. Okay, anyway. The Predator is one of the greatest movies of all time. It was. It really was. And
what makes The Predator great?
And it goes deeper than what you think. The Predator was deeper than what you think it is, man. The Predator had to deal with, okay, first of all, right? No, listen.
He's arguing for Predator. This is how I know God's not real.
Okay, well, listen. Alien versus Predator was actually based on some true shit because the largest pyramid on Earth is actually in Antarctica. And Antarctica wasn't always cold, okay? And there was hieroglyphic things on inside the pyramid that show battles between really large creatures battling each other, right? And like real large creatures battling look like aliens, right? So basically, and that's proven on the pyramids. So basically, if you watch Alien vs Predator, that's basically a documentary. And what they're trying to say is aliens came to Antarctica and they would battle those creatures down there. And so Alien vs Predator is based upon that belief. It really is. I know you're laughing. Y'all think it's shit, but it's the fucking truth.
Google where you found this information.
I watched it. It was on Ancient Aliens on
the TV show that where they go cut.
Yeah. No, I watched it, man. I'm telling you, man, that's some true shit. So the original Predator.
It's true because you watched it on TV.
Well, listen, you gonna keep running that yap. You gonna keep running that yap?
I'm gonna do both.
You gonna keep running that yap?
I'm gonna do both.
You gonna keep running that yap?
I'm gonna clown
you. Gonna keep running that yap?
You say
you gonna keep running
ridiculous.
that motherfucking yap? Okay, so what happened was, in the original Predator, right, there was actually the army or the military had a program where guys really thought they could make themselves invisible. Or they tried to.
Right.
And George Clooney did a movie about that where they try to kill a goat with their mind. Like they would make goats pass out. They concentrate, and sometimes goats would be goats would pass out. Seriously, it was a movie, but it was based off a real.
What's the name of that? I think I know what you're talking about.
I forget, but
Men Stare at Goats. I think
men's something like that. Google it, man. You ain't doing shit. One of y'all ain't doing shit. Google that movie with George Clooney. Something about goats.
Men Stare at Goats. I'm pretty sure it's on Netflix right now.
It's actually a real movie. And so, but the military was going through. Men Who Stare at Goats. Okay, with George Clooney, right? Yeah, and there was actually a program in the military, true story, where it was a mind control, and they would practice really, really concentrating on a goat, and the goat be and it would just fucking pass out, and it would just pass out. And they thought they could make themselves invisible. And if you watch the movie, that one military dude would try to run through a wall, and he fucking hit it and broke his nose and shit. But they really thought mentally that they could run through wall, and that's what Predator was based off of. So it was based off of a military idea in true life, and then they added the part about how great was a Predator when he only killed you or shot you if you had a weapon. If you didn't have a weapon, he didn't fuck with you. And that woman, when she picked up the gun, he didn't shoot her because he saw that she had a baby inside her, and he's like, nah, I don't. You know, he's like, I don't do that. So he said, fuck it, I ain't shoot no chick who has a. So he was the first. He was the first Republican pro-life alien serial killer.
Oh my
that's
God.
how great that's how great the Predator was. He didn't kill her because she was with a baby, and he was pro-choice.
Alien versus Predator sucked ass.
Alien vs. Predator was one of the greatest movies of all time. When he was with that black girl, remember that black girl was like
Alien versus Predator
Remember
with
that?
Sana Latham?
Yeah, remember
movie
that?
sucked.
That movie was great. And he tried to hit that, and he tried to hit that shit. They were walking because she saved his life. Remember that? And he kind of looked at her like, hey, what's up? She was like, no. Remember that? And that was cut out. That was extras. But anyway, he gave her that.
These motherfuckers were in Antarctica. This bitch ain't had no coat on. She been running and
She was
trying to
sweating.
hide from aliens, sweating her ass off
in Antarctica.
And, at night.
In Antarctica.
And you ain't see her breath not one motherfucking time.
Well, but
She wasn't breathing hard.
It was inside though. It was inside.
No, it was outside.
It was outside.
At the
It was
end.
inside outside.
No, it was outside.
Oh, okay,
'Cause
yeah,
they
the
came
outside,
all the way
that's
back
right.
up
Okay, I remember that.
on the little fucking
Yeah. So you watched the whole movie and it sucked.
Yeah, because
it was a great movie.
I have a thing where I can't stop watching movies.
I'm with you.
How shitty it is.
I have to watch the entire movie.
So you remember the Superman movie where Kevin Spacey was Lex Luthor?
No.
It was the worst.
No.
That's
no.
the worst movie of all time.
No,
it was right before the one where what's the guy that plays Superman now?
I don't even know his name.
Huh? Yeah, him. So it was the one before Man of Steel.
I never was into Superman though.
Oh, it was so fucking terrible. He fights a tornado. He
fights.
what?
How do you fight a
Exactly
human nature?
It's so dumb.
I'm gonna go fight the rain. I mean, how do you do that shit?
Bro, I'm watching this movie and I'm just thinking, oh my God, please hurry the fuck up and be over with it. The
I
movie's
can't.
like 3 hours of shit.
But hey, the great thing about now though, you can get on your phone.
Ugh.
You know, so you can get on your phone and be like, okay, it'll be over. But so you can be on Instagram or whatever. But I watched a movie last night that was actually pretty good. This dude was like, he's like he's a poor man's Jason Statham. He's an English dude, and it's like a B movie action movie. And it's like, hey man, we can't afford Jason Statham. Let's get this motherfucker, right? And he's actually pretty decent. The movie was weird. He played like a M6, you know, like that's the British version of it. And it was weird because he had a daughter. And you couldn't tell her age. Because 1 minute, she's in an underground fucking like UFC fight, placing bets against her dad, making money. And the next scene, this bitch is like watching cartoons. And she's sitting on his lap. I'm like, how old is this bitch, right? So I'm confused there. And then then they had like these actors who you knew they were from the Ukraine. Like you couldn't fake that shit. You know how sometimes they get actors from America who fake an English accent or whatever. You go, oh, come on, this is horrible. But these women were actually from you could tell because they're like, so do you want me to meet you? I go, oh, fuck, this is horrible. I was like, Jesus. I mean, seriously, like, Jesus. I mean, get an American act or something. Because they were like, so you do not understand. If we do not get documents, you will kill your daughter. Meanwhile, she's saying this shit, and she's getting a pedicure with the dude's daughter. Like, she supposedly has her daughter kidnapped, but they're getting pedicures and shit. Like, and I'm like, you ain't gonna kill this bitch. You're giving her a pedicure. So it was just a weird, but it was a good movie.
I can't kill her unless her toes is there.
Yeah, toes got to be looking flake. It's got to be on fleek. So it's a weird movie, but it was decent. And so I spaced out a little bit, but I went on Instagram. But it was good. It was actually a decent movie. Yeah, like it was a B movie.
It's really really good.
What?
It's a movie called Les Intouchables. So Kevin Hart just did like a remake of it where the guy's paralyzed.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
the original version French.
Yeah, and
Yes.
it's amazing, as you would say.
Aw, thank you, buddy. Thank you. That's my joke. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
It's so fucking. It's probably one of my top 5 movies.
That dude's a great actor too. That black dude.
Omar Sy. Yes.
The
That
original
movie
French dude.
is so good.
Dude, I love foreign movies. I think foreign movies are.
Because Americans hate fucking reading. That's why
true.
we don't watch movies with subtitles in foreign films.
Because we're stupid and we're lazy and we're fat.
fucking read.
And we're fat and we buy into the hype. America's the greatest country. Where you been? I've been to Illinois once. I've been to Illinois once. We had a softball tournament back when I was in 8th grade and went there once. And it's the greatest country on earth.
It's like you are not better than somebody born somewhere else because you.
How's your health care? It's the greatest.
I vote against my own interests because America's star spangled also.
Exactly,
Fucking
man.
stupid, man.
Man,
I got banned from Facebook for calling Americans stupid.
You really? You got banned from Facebook?
Yeah, they booted me for 3 days for calling Americans stupid.
Was it just that, or did you?
No, it was just that.
Just that.
Yeah, this comment has been flagged for hate speech. I'm like, it's not hate speech, it's accurate speech. Americans are fucking stupid.
Man, I don't. You know, I always want to know. You think things are gonna get better? I mean, I think sometimes like
things get equal. They don't get better.
No, how do you mean things get equal?
Things get equal. So,
like, explain.
So
hold on. Okay, explain that. I mean, I had to, man. I'm sorry.
So water
I had
finds
to.
its level, right?
Well,
so you get an equal amount of shitty people, you get an equal amount of good people, and then you get an equal amount of everybody else. So water finds its level. So like, there are like genuinely terrible people in the world, and then there are genuinely really good people, and then you got a hodgepodge of everybody else who's on the spectrum somewhere. That's the majority of all people is like in the middle, and there are a few people who just have no problem exploiting, killing animals for no fucking reason. And then you have people who like, yeah, I don't even want to kill this fly that's just landed in my soup that I pay $800 for. You know what I mean? Like just people who are genuinely good people. Good people. And then you got everybody else in the middle who just make choices and, you know.
I mean, there are, honestly, to be honest, I really think there is more, and it sounds so fucking cheesy and corny, but I think there's more good than is being presented out there. I do. I think there's more
good being presented. Yes.
Yeah. That's why sometimes I can't watch the news or whatever.
But do you know why we don't represent good more?
Because good doesn't sell.
That and because it makes people feel shit about their lives. When you watch something good over and over and over again, and you're like, but why is my life not like that?
Well,
goodness turns people into haters.
No,
I guarantee
a little bit. I mean, no, you know what? Here's what turns people into haters. MTV Cribs. That turns people into haters. You see a fucking 18-year-old black dude with a house that fucking you will
Show's
never
not
afford.
Even real.
That no. If you're a regular dude, let's just say for fuck's sake, let's say you're from Crawfordsville, okay? You married your fucking middle school sweetheart. You got 5 kids. You
middle school sweetheart.
Thanks for picking it up. Your middle school sweetheart. You know, you got 5 kids, and you hope 3 of them are at least yours, right? You're busting your ass at a job, right? And then like you got a 3-bedroom house with 5 kids, 1 bath, and you turn on MTV and you see a 17-year-old rapper driving a fucking Lambo in a fucking mansion with bitches, and you go, "Are you fucking serious?" I mean,
to which that black dude should be like, "Nigga, move out of Crawfordsville."
But that dude ain't gonna. I don't think that dude's gonna realize like all that shit is fake too. I mean, he didn't own that house. He didn't own that car. He's flossing, but he don't realize it. I mean, if you're working 12 hours for what $5.50 an hour with 5 kids in a 2-bedroom house with 1 bath, you think he has enough time to go, hey, let me see if MC Scooter Boom is really living like that.
Much bigger problems. Like you should not be.
Wow, that's a lie. He's gonna live that. Let me look that up.
You said he's
Google
$5.50 an hour.
$5.50 an hour.
Working 12 hours.
12 hours.
And he's got how many kids?
5 kids, 2-bedroom house. Hope 3 of them are his in a 1 bath.
So you know what that tells me is that woman has low standards. Why are you fucking a dude?
That's his middle school sweetheart, bro.
I don't give a shit.
They've known each other ever since they went to that one fucking hayride.
Y'all both need to do better.
When he was in 7th grade, he's like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Man, when you showed up with your hair in pigtails, I was like, oh my god, with them black feet from walking barefoot all fucking day. I was like, I love you, I love you." And she was like, "You get white, man, you love me." And next thing you know, man, we went fucking Halloween.
But you know what? Who are we to judge those people?
No, I'm not judging. I'm not judging. I never judge. I'm not
saying because I was judging, and I'm recanting. Like, you know, who am I to judge that motherfucker? He might like his life.
Hey, man, true story. Growing up, this is one of the reasons I've always wanted to leave Oklahoma. I was going to leave regardless, but one of the things that just cemented that fucking nail in the coffin. I was working a warehouse job in a plant. Right, it was my senior year. I was going to college anyway, senior year, and it was the summertime. And so I'm working with this guy. He's like 17, 18, right? And at the time, it's a good job. I mean, it's like $8.50 an hour. I'm living at home, working 12 hours. I'm fucking, that's good money back in fucking 19. Man, fuck you, man. Back in 1986, that's good money, right? So he's like 17, 18. And he go, "Man, I'm getting married this year." I go, "Why are you getting married?" Right? Thinking he'd be, because I love her. I go, "Why are you going to go?" "Well, she put whipped cream on my pecker." And I go, "And that's why you got married?" "Yep." And I go, all right, man. And I was thinking, God, get me the fuck out of here. Seriously. I lied to you. He goes, she put whipped cream on my picker. And I was like, oh my God. He said, just like that, she put whipped, ain't nobody even done that before. And I was like, I'm gonna marry her. He's gonna marry her, spend the rest of his life in misery because she put whipped cream on his pecker.
She's not gonna do it again. Especially after she gets the ring, you dummy.
He didn't. Like I said, he was 18. I don't know how old she was. It's Oklahoma, so she could have been 14. She could have been his cousin. I don't know. I didn't care. But he was going to marry her because she put whipped cream on his pecker. And I was like, I got to get out of here. And it's got to be soon. And I think my mom knew that when I was going, and that when it was over, I was leaving and I might not have came back. I think my mom and my dad knew too, because I don't know about you, but when you're a senior man, the military always calls you, hey, you want to come down and talk about nigga, man, fuck. And my dad, I guess dude that kept calling. And that was when you didn't call anybody retarded. You'd say they off. You know, and this dude kept calling. He goes, "Hey, he want to come down and talk." And my dad go, "Hey, man, he don't want to join the military." He go, "Well, maybe he go, listen, man." And my dad was one of them dudes back in the day. He would get off anybody's ass, but he also was real, like very. He was very professional too. Right. But if you kept pushing him, he would get off on your ass. He goes, "Look, man, he didn't want to join. I know that's my son. I know he don't want to do it." He go, "Well, if I talk to you," he go, "Look, man, I said he don't want." And my dad goes, "Clang." He go, "I think that dude is off." He goes, "I think that dude is off. Something wrong with him."
Nah, he had a quota.
But my dad knew. He goes, "Man," he goes, "once he turns 18, he's bugging." And now I literally heard my mom and dad fight. They had a fight. I'm talking like punches thrown about me, and I wasn't even there. My mom said, when he turns 18, he can stay here as long as he wants. And my dad goes, no, he ain't. My dad goes, he turns 18, he's either joining the military, he's going to college, or he gets a job. But either way, he ain't staying here no more. Yep. And my mom goes, he can stay here as long as I want to. My dad said, I said, and next thing you know, and next thing you know, we stayed at grandma's house that night. Because that's what happened back in the day before OJ came along. Mom and dads could have a fucking fight. You know what I mean? Like, I remember they had a fight one time where I had to be like in first grade because I remember I was butt naked and I just remember hearing like a lot of commotion outside. And I went to the door and my mom and dad were fighting. My mom had a baseball bat and she was choking up on it like this. And she was like, come on. And my dad was talking shit, bagging up. But as he was doing it, there was both sides of the family around the car, both sides of the family. And my dad was steadily talking shit, but he was backing up the whole time. And mom was coming near him. She's like, come on. My dad was like, and another thing. Mom was like, come on. And she went to swing and they fucking grabbed her. That's all I remember. I go, oh shit, here we go. And they grabbed him. And
I don't want that kind of love in my life.
Man, I don't think, I don't know. I think maybe in the hood, or just not even the hood, just I think in lower income people fight like that. But honestly, I miss seeing fights like that, and I'm glad because I mean
you miss domestic violence.
I miss seeing. I miss seeing this. About? Man, you
shut up.
Seeing shit
Don't
like
tell
that.
People that.
No, I mean
I miss domestic violence.
No. I never said miss. I was just like I miss seeing like shit. I don't see shit like that anymore. I don't see fights like that anymore.
Because we've learned that domestic violence is bad. It's just a fight. Yeah, domestic violence. That's what it's called. That's the legal term for it. Your Honor, it was a fight. Nigga, that's domestic violence. That's why you in here. I don't agree with hitting women first, but I do believe finishing fights.
my dad never saw my dad hit my mom. I never saw him hit her. He had to hold her down.
I never seen the punch, but I seen the results.
Yeah, I've seen him hold her down, but I never seen him throw a punch. But man, man, and that's why, and I'd say my act is a joke, but it's the truth, man. That's why I never wanted to get married. I was like, man, fuck this. I remember watching my dad. He had to throw my mom in the garage because she was on one. He threw her in the garage. he threw her
like a puppy.
Yeah,
get in the garage.
Yeah, he threw her in the garage and he locked the door. That's what we know. She was back. He locked the door and he turned around. And my dad back in the day was he was about 6'3". He still worked out. I remember seeing his veins on his arm and they're all bulging. I remember he locked the door. And he tilted his head back and he goes, and tears came out as I go, oh my, and that sent a shiver up my motherfucking spine that to this day I will never forget. I must have been 5, maybe 4, but the way he threw her in the garage and he locked the door and turned around and went, and a tear came out of his eye, motherfucker. That shook me to my motherfucking core. That was like watching Tower 1 fall down after 9/11. That was like, no! Because my dad was the strongest motherfucker I knew. And watching him shed a tear, Watching that motherfucker shed a tear. Dude, that fucking shook me. When you're a kid, your dad is a fucking shit. I remember one time we were going home, me and my brother were coming home, and my dad goes, all right, listen, I'm going to my partner's house. He likes to drink. And when he's drinking, he likes to fight. So if we get to fighting, you kids run home. I said, all right, Dad. I go, why don't we just skip this motherfucker's house altogether? I mean, why you got to stop over there? I mean, if you have to give a kid that kind of fucking... All right,
what
listen.
kind of friend is that?
Yeah. If you have to give a kid some kind of... Hey, look. He likes to fight, so if we get to fighting, you kids run home. I was like, I don't know what the fuck home is right now. Motherfuckers, this ain't the future. We ain't got Google. I don't know where the fuck we
Follow
live.
the stars, son.
Yeah.
Follow the stars.
What am I supposed to do? Fucking Magellan? And I think we're 25 degrees, 25 clicks this way, and I'll make a left. I mean, that was a scary shit. That dude was in the front yard, and he had a little drink. You could tell, like, even back then, you could tell somebody been drinking. He had that look, hey, what's up, Cap? That's my dad's name was Cap. He was captain of the football team back in the day. And he go, what's up, Cap? Hey, what's up, man? And I was like, oh, here we go. Luckily, nothing happened, man. That was the scariest shit in the world. My dad had to go, all right, listen, he likes to fight. So if we get to fighting, you kids run home. God damn, Daddy.
Today is my dad's birthday.
Today is?
Yeah, 29th.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, 62.
Oh, my God. Good for him, man. Tell him I said happy birthday.
I will. So you telling stories about your dad. I think I was maybe 3 or 4. I'll never forget this because it's the wildest shit I ever seen. My dad took me to this drug dealer's house, right? And I didn't know it was drugs at the time.
I hope not. Not at 3, I hope
but
not.
Now that I think about it, I'm like, holy shit, this guy was moving major weight, right? We get in this guy's apartment, and I shit you not, he's got a ceiling-to-wall aquarium.
Oh,
just a giant fucking aquarium, right? With piranha in that bitch.
Oh, that's a drug dealer.
And on the table, there's a glass table, because all drug dealers have glass tables, with all this white shit, which is probably cocaine.
Booger sugar.
And I'll never forget this. I'm looking at the fish tank while they're doing whatever the fuck they're doing, right? And he goes, you want to see me feed them? And I'm like, yeah, I do. This dude just got cats. Just grabs a cat and throws it in the fucking fish tank, bro. And these piranha kill this cat in nanoseconds. Just blah, 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 just blood fucking everywhere. And I remember being traumatized. Like, I didn't want to see that. Like, I thought you were going to give it like fish food. You know what I mean? This fucking cat was screaming. And it fucking...
It was over.
It was
over.
Over.
Done.
And I was like, first of all, now that I think back, I'm like, where the fuck did he get these fish? How the fuck did he not get caught? This aquarium was literally the length and height of the apartment. It was fucking huge.
They're drug dealers, man. They do that
he
shit.
He had to be paying the cops off because this dude's apartment was just ridiculous.
Well, wait a minute. He had an apartment.
It was an apartment.
I mean, think about right there and there. Like, he can't be doing that. Well, if you have an apartment, why not have a house? You have an apartment as a drug dealer, so you're a drug dealer, low self-esteem.
It was like the projects. You know what I mean? Like it was like in a tower. So like he probably had the whole floor.
But still, you want to get a house. I mean, put the front up like you're doing.
You're trying to apply logic to a drug dealer who fed piranhas cats. Like, come on.
No, fed cats to piranhas.
Yeah. Like,
okay, maybe I am.
Like, that shit was so fucking wild.
So you were traumatized forever?
Dude, I will never forget the
that's
image
horrible, man.
of that cat clawing at the thing, and they were just ripped that fucking thing.
Oh, dude, that's horrible to watch. What was your dad? I mean...
They were doing drugs.
Parents back in those days, man. I mean, they had someone had to go whew, because man, they would have been done.
Yeah.
For what? I mean, think about how many times you saw your parents fucked up. Well, I think that happens everywhere, though. I mean, even now, I think parents get a little fucked up, but the kids can't tell. What age were you? You realize, okay, this ain't really supposed to be happening. Like with your parents, like you ever seen them like fuck? You go, you know what? Okay, we're supposed to be doing a lot better than this. Because, I mean, no, there's a time, like, my brother had, like, 5 kids. He had 5, and 4 of them lived with him. But they all lived in a single-bedroom apartment, and he was going with, that's when they got divorced, and it was like, some of them were sleeping on the floor. They would share, like, one cup, and they all drank out of it. Then it was like, ugh. But, so, and I was wanting to know, what age would they finally go, okay.
This is not normal.
Yeah, this ain't really how it's supposed to be. You know what I mean?
I probably wasn't until high school.
And you realize, okay, shit ain't right.
Yeah.
Because a kid is so fucking happy. and they don't realize shit's fucked up until like
other people's shit.
or you get like, or you have a nice white friend and they fucking drop you off from that tournament and you go.
So you remember the first birthday party you went to that was not like your birthday party at all?
Yeah, when it was decked out like how it's supposed to be, like oh shit, like and they made an entrance and now here is Jeffrey.
Yeah,
you know,
it's like
hi guys, thanks for coming.
they got
I really
a real
appreciate it.
magician.
Yeah, yeah.
Or they go somewhere. Like
Yeah, and they have
cards.
it's organized.
Yeah.
It's organized, and we have a gift here. Oh, little BT got you something. You know what I mean? Like instead of going,
I went to this kid's birthday party and he had a scavenger hunt. I didn't even know what the fuck a scavenger
I
hunt
still don't know what the
was.
fucking scavenger hunt is.
Like, the whole fucking neighborhood was in on the scavenger hunt. Like that's how white people do, I guess.
Yeah.
So one of the things on the scavenger hunt was radishes. Nigga, I didn't even know what a radish was.
I still don't know what a radish is. Radishes.
It's a vegetable.
That's the whitest shit ever. A radish? You can't get no whiter than a radish.
Bro, can you imagine going door to door in the hood asking people, you got any radishes, and doing a scavenger
Man, you
hunt?
get the fuck out of my fucking face.
Like if you don't get your narc ass out of here.
A radish. You have any radish stew?
I didn't even know it. I was like, so of course we don't get the radish.
Right.
Right, and then we get back. We came in last. My team did.
Duh.
Because wasn't nobody giving me shit.
How'd y'all become friends in the first motherfucking
Because I was
place?
the only black kid in the class, and he sat right next to me.
And he felt sorry for you? Hey, Deon, want to see what it's like to live a good life?
Dude, I remember getting over at his house, and he's like, you want a snack? And this motherfucker opened the pantry, nigga, and then every fruit snack you could think of was in this bitch. And I just remember it going, I don't want to leave. It's like the fucking grocery store over here. Motherfucker had Gushers, fruit by the foot, goddamn fruit roll-ups,
Radish
Rice
rolls up.
Krispie treats.
Radish rolls up. Radish roll-ups. I know they made radish roll-ups. What do you do now?
This nigga had every kind of cereal, bro. He had Reese's Puffs, fucking Golden Grams, goddamn cinnamon French Toast Crunch. Like he had all of it. I was blown away, bro. Only thing was in my cupboard was Kaboom. Fuck Kaboom. That raggedy ass clown. Fucking bee clown. Ugh.
Oh, shit.
Goddamn radishes, man. Radishes taste like shit, by the way.
Oh, my God, dude. Oh, my God. I remember getting a whooping at my own birthday party when I was 5. I remember I was 5, and this girl was in my big wheel. At the time, you know, I didn't know there were rules against that. So she was in my big wheel. I said, fuck it. So I pushed her off my big wheel. My mom grabbed me up, man, and she fucking gave me a whooping. And it was like, psh, psh, and I'll see these little black faces looking in like, oh, she's tearing his ass up. And I had to walk back through the house where all the parents were in the living room talking. They were like, oh my God, what happened to him? I was like, I had to walk through I was like, they were like, oh, what happened? I'm sure my mom was like, mm-hmm. And I was like, man, after that, I hated my mom for the long. I got a whooping at my own fuck. At least, I mean, you could have been like, hey.
Wait till the moment.
Yeah, wait, when they all leave, I'm going to tear your ass up. But for now, it's still a special day. You know what I mean? But nah, she gave me a whooping right then and in front of everybody. And you know what? In front of everybody, though. It wasn't like she took me to the back room. She gave me a whooping in front of everybody at my own fucking birthday party, bro. I mean, and then the next year, I got a tent. Why? Brother's getting a tent. Anyway, I got a tent. So for some reason, we invited all these older kids over, and they broke my tent the first day, like at the party.
Of course they did.
And, no, but here's the worst part. They were playing a game that I wasn't a part of. Like, they didn't have me be, and they fucking were hiding, and so they ripped my tent, and they didn't give a fuck. Motherfucker. So they didn't give a fuck. They were playing a game that I didn't know what the game was. They didn't invite me in the game at my house, at my party. They didn't tell me what the game was. They were playing their own game at my party.
The most traumatic birthday experience.
Oh, it gets worse. And then my dad thought I was just a little too soft, so he bought me boxing gloves one year, right? I got my ass whooped at my own fucking birthday party. So the next year I go, okay, cool, I'll get a good gift. Next year, another set of boxing gloves. I go, no, daddy, no. And them motherfuckers lit my ass up. 2 years in a row, I got a fucking ass whooping on my birthday.
Back to back.
Running back. I mean, I was like, yeah, daddy, what made you think in a year, daddy, that I fucking would, hey, maybe this boxing thing is going to work for me. After that, I said, you know what? Fuck these parties. My brother got the good party. He went to McDonald's and shit. And, so yeah, that was my birthday. So after that, I was like, yeah. Yeah. Actually, my best birthday probably was 2 years ago. That's when I went to Italy. I I went to Italy and Barcelona for my birthday. Yeah, for my 50th, I said I'm gonna do it up well. So I said, how much can I ball out on a $300 limit on my credit card? So man, I went. I flew into Rome. And I had my friend girls pick me up, and then we it's like a little campground outside of Rome. So my friend girl, she was racing, so I went to watch her race. I had a track day like on that Monday, and then they took me to the airport. So I flew from Rome to Milan, Italy, and Milan was the shit. Stayed there, and I rented a motorcycle and rode up to the Stelvio Pass on a motorcycle. It was hot. That whole summer was hot. I mean, I'm talking like balls hot. The day I rented a motorcycle, it rained to the point of I thought I was gonna stall the bike because the roads were flooded and it was raining, so I was kind of fucking freezing. So you ride up to the mountains, and I was riding. It was getting colder because it's the fucking mountains, and my bike slipped actually on some ice going up the mountain in June. It was snow on the fucking top of the hill, and the guys were getting ready for the Tour de France, the real Tour de France. They were getting ready for the Tour de France. It was nothing but bicycles and motorcycles, man. It was the greatest fucking birthday ever. You know why? Because it was by myself, and I didn't get my ass beat. I didn't get beat up, and I didn't get somebody. I mean, it was the best birthday ever.
The fact that you not getting beat up makes it the best birthday ever.
Yeah, man.
Jesus.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's
trauma.
That's that hardcore. How we grew up. But look at us now, though.
Birthdays made me hate cake.
I love cake.
I fucking can't
Dude,
stand cake.
I always say this. Cake, all right? Cake and cupcakes are like a cupcake is like a one-night stand, and cake is a commitment. Because think about it, a cake, you gotta go, okay, think about how big of a piece do I want? Hey, if you work all week, I can ration this cake off for like maybe 3 or 4 days. Maybe I take some for lunch. I take a big piece. I want ice cream with it. Well, a cupcake, you go, I want that shit right now. And you eat it. And that's like a one-night stand. So a cake is a commitment, and a cupcake is like the whore of the pastry community. It is. And I fucking love
Come
a
here,
whore.
you frosted slut.
Yeah, the cupcake's dirty on the bottom where it's been walking. It's got dirty feet on the bottom. Hey, man, some of that Oklahoma shit I can't shake off, bro. Walmart and girls with dirty feet. If I see girls with dirty feet and cut off shorts with the ass cheeks hanging out, I'm going to stare a little bit longer than I should. I am.
You going to ask her if she's going to put whipped cream on your pecker?
On my pecker? Hey, you going to put whipped cream on my pecker?
I got to marry that girl.
Are you a black man saying pecker? You goddamn right I am. I ain't what you think I am.
And with that, folks.
And with that, man, D. God damn, man, I was want to talk about other shit, but we got on that one fucking topic and we did a detour like we always do. But that's how I like it. I like it. That's how we do, man. I mean that. That's how we do. I loved it. I didn't even get to what I wanted to talk about, but it was great though. At least we got the Karen videos and we got, this and that. So it was good, man. Chris, you hear us? Oh, funny hair motherfucker.
That's my homie Chris.
Is it?
Yeah.
Look like Patrick Mahomes, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Like a broke ass Patrick Mahomes.
I know him since.
Mahomes owns part of the Royals now. You see that?
Yeah.
Good for him, man.
Nigga said, write my check and then sign it over to them.
Yeah. I'm gonna own a team. How great is that? Good for him though, man.
I think all former players should be getting in.
Dude,
it's our shit, man.
Good for him. I mean that. Good for him, man. I mean, yeah. I mean it. I think athletes are great, and it's kind of cool now that some athletes are opting out of this year as far as playing football and everything. So if you want to be a pro football player this year and you're in reasonable shape and you don't give a fuck about catching the virus, hey, man, this might be your year.
You gotta make the squad.
You will, because a lot of players are like, listen, man, my wife's gonna...
I would be tempting the fuck out of them bubble players.
Hey, my wife's about to have a baby. Fuck, I can't be bringing a virus back home. I go to strip clubs already, so I can't risk bringing 2 viruses back home.
I'm just saying, if I was a D League player, I'd be I'd be hollering at bitches like, yo, you get me in the league and I promise I'll break you off. Go get them niggas out of quarantine.
Yeah. Seriously, yeah. Might as well, right?
Why not?
Why not?
You got to make the squad.
Got to make that squad, bro. Got to make that squad.
By any means necessary.
D, thank you so much, buddy, for coming down.
My pleasure.
I mean that, man. Tales from a Gemini. My buddy, Deon. And you know what? Honestly, and like I said, I'm trying to figure it out. Like I love, I love what we do, but also love talking about motorsports people, and I'm trying to maybe get a good balance, and I can't, I'm still trying to do that, trying to balance it out, like, with the comedy and the motorsports, because I love both of them, and I'm trying to marry them too. Sometimes it didn't work, sometimes it does. So we'll see, but man, I'm gonna keep you on the line,
rotation,
and come down. Oh fuck yeah, bro.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, we get along great, and I love how what we do, man. I mean it from bottom of heart, so I don't want to get all sentimental. So anyway, Tales from a Gemini, my buddy Deon Curry. You'll see us again, but until then, like we always say about this time, you know how we say it, D? Peace.